the headlines of this hour on VTV News. Raising the profile of the Vietnamese medicine field. Later on, Vietnam celebrates 30 years of ASEAN membership at ASEAN Future Forum. And in a world news, France and the US push for ceasefire in Ukraine.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good afternoon. It is currently 3 p.m. local time and you're tuning in to 30 minutes of VTV News. I'm Lidin Lei with the latest updates. Now on Tuesday morning, to mark the 70th anniversary of the Vietnamese Doctors' Day, General Secretary Tô Lâm attended the inauguration of two key healthcare facilities: the Medical Institute to Protect Central Civil Servants' Health, or A11, and the Institute of Infectious Disease Research, or A4, at 108 Military Central Hospital. The party chief praised the accomplishments of medical professionals, particularly their dedication to the health of high-ranking leaders in both Vietnam and neighboring countries like Laos and Cambodia. Commending the two completed projects for their beautiful architecture, scientific design, and integration of advanced medical solutions, General Secretary Tô Lâm urged the hospital to continue focusing on patient-centered care, research, and digital transformation in healthcare. He expressed confidence that these new institutes will further develop 108 Military Central Hospital, enhancing Vietnam's medical standing on the global stage. On Tuesday morning, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh, head of the National Steering Committee for Wastefulness Prevention and Control, chaired the committee's first meeting, which was held online with the participation of 63 provinces and cities. The Prime Minister emphasized that combating waste is a priority for both the party and the state, and while progress has been made, there are still significant challenges. These include substantial waste in public asset management, land use, and the complexity of overlapping legal frameworks. The Prime Minister noted that while waste is a persistent and complicated issue, recent efforts have successfully addressed many regulatory bottlenecks. He stressed that fighting waste should be as routine as daily meals and urged all ministries and local governments to expedite legal and policy reforms, review long-standing wasteful projects, and streamline administrative procedures. The Prime Minister also called for the decentralization of power, smart governance, and full digital transformation across all sectors to drive efficiency. An exhibition celebrating Vietnam's 30 years in ASEAN opened Tuesday morning in Hanoi, coinciding with the launch of the second ASEAN Future Forum. The photographs on display chronicle Vietnam's milestones of integration and development as an active ASEAN member. ASEAN Secretary General Cao Kim Horn and Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Vu Thanh Sơn attended the event.
This photo captures Vietnam's official admission as the seventh member of ASEAN on July 28, 1995, in Bandar Seri Begawan, Brunei. It is one of many images displayed at the exhibition that highlight Vietnam's meaningful 30-year journey as an ASEAN member.
The 50 photographs showcase key milestones in Vietnam's 30-year ASEAN journey, how we began integrating, became a proactive and responsible member, and contributed to building the ASEAN community. Hosting the second ASEAN Future Forum further demonstrates Vietnam's deep integration and effective contributions to shaping ASEAN's future.
Vietnam's efforts in organizing and contributing to regional initiatives are commendable. The country prioritizes sustainable development, digital economy promotion, and climate action, which aligns with ASEAN's broader goals. Its role in fostering consensus and commitment to multilateralism has strengthened ASEAN's unity and global standing.
3 decades of integration have solidified Vietnam's role in ASEAN, creating opportunities to build a more cohesive and prosperous ASEAN community.
A $635 million investment has been approved to upgrade and expand National Highway 1 from Kinh Dương Vương to Long An. The project includes building a new Bình Điền Bridge and improving key intersections. This initiative aims to ease traffic congestion and enhance connectivity between Ho Chi Minh City, Long An, and other Mekong Delta provinces. The project will be implemented through the BOT model under Resolution's 98 special mechanism.
The project will expand the road to 60 meters with 10 to 12 lanes, build 4 interchanges, and upgrade key infrastructure. The Bình Điền Bridge will gain a new 28.5-meter wide, 6-lane section, doubling its capacity. Tolls will be collected, but only on the main road, as parallel routes remain free for travelers.
People are thrilled to hear about the expansion of National Highway 1A as it will improve traffic flow.
This section of National Highway 1 is a vital route connecting Ho Chi Minh City with ring roads 2, 3, 4, and the Mekong Delta provinces. Expanding it will ease congestion, reduce traffic pressure, and improve connectivity with the ring roads.
When developing infrastructure, priority is given to regional connectivity, often at city gateways. The key is not just focusing on these gateways but investing in transportation and regional links. Some routes may even extend beyond city borders through agreements with neighboring provinces.
Following approval from the Ho Chi Minh City People's Council, the city will develop 4 gateway roads at a cost of $2.3 billion, each expanding to 12 lanes. The Department of Transport plans to begin construction by the end of this year to enhance regional connectivity.
Following the directives for streamlining and improving the efficiency of public sector operations, the State Bank of Vietnam has become the first ministry to implement a new organizational structure. The restructuring has reduced the number of operational units from 25 to 20, representing a 20% decrease. Including the bank's regional branches, the total reduction amounts to 52 units, or 60%. The number of departments within the State Bank has been reduced by 179, or 46%, and nearly 530 staff members have been cut, including over 370 managerial positions, a 22% reduction. Despite these reductions, the bank aims to ensure seamless operations through upgraded IT systems and processes to maintain uninterrupted payment services and central banking activities. Vietnam's FDI prospects remain strong according to major global organizations like HSBC, Eurochem, and Standard Chartered. Beyond growth in quantity, project quality is improving due to a strategic focus on high-tech and energy industries.
The Block B O Mon Gas Power Project, Vietnam's largest oil and gas initiative and a key national energy project, is backed by $12 billion of investment. As it nears completion, the Japanese investor has strengthened technical personnel and expertise to accelerate progress, aiming for the first gas flow by 2027.
We are honored to contribute to Vietnam's energy security and transition. As a long-term, capital-intensive project, a stable legal framework is crucial to ensuring uninterrupted investment and timely execution.
More U.S., European, and Japanese enterprises are expanding investments in Vietnam's low-emission energy and high-tech industries. This increase in capital contributions and share purchases reflects a growing demand for capable local partners.
With a one-team, one-goal spirit, we and our partners leverage advanced technology, innovation, and digital transformation to enhance project management and execution.
The European Business Association in Vietnam highlights that synchronized policies on high-quality FDI, technology, value chains, and tax incentives will boost investor confidence in digital and green transformation and foster green industrial zones. Some businesses expect up to 40% revenue growth this year.
I think it will also attract and create a lot of opportunities for European companies. Europe is very strong in green energy, it's very strong in railways, and those are projects that are foreseen already to happen. I also believe that another important trend to single out is the administrative reform.
International organizations highlight Vietnam's strong policies on technology, innovation, digital transformation, infrastructure, and financial hubs as key advantages in attracting FDI and enhancing regional competitiveness.
1 week has passed since authorities began collecting value-added tax, or VAT, on goods valued under 1 million Vietnam dong or $40. The new policy promotes business fairness but has already impacted express delivery companies, e-commerce platforms, and consumers. More to follow.
Previously, customs clearance procedures took about 2 hours. Now, businesses have to spend nearly 5 hours completing VAT declaration procedures. For goods valued under 1 million Vietnamese dongs, express delivery companies must classify items and declare taxes.
Recently, we have had to hire additional staff to classify and declare documents and taxes to ensure faster customs clearance and compliance with regulations.
Goods will be affected significantly, and as taxes increase, so will the cost of these goods. This may make consumers reconsider purchasing through e-commerce platforms.
At the Ho Chi Minh City Express Customs Branch alone, more than 1,600 declarations are processed daily, and the number keeps rising. However, the IT system lacks full automation capabilities for certain clearance procedures.
We are working on a new IT system to boost customs clearance, not only for express delivery and low-value e-commerce goods but for all shipments. This aligns with the Digital Transformation Initiative.
Currently, tax declaration guidelines remain largely the same, with just a few additional fields required. Paper receipts have also been replaced by electronic ones. The new VAT collection will push domestic businesses to enhance their product quality and design to compete more effectively with imported goods.
Unauthorized use of consumer information or using it for purposes beyond stated intentions now carries fines of $784 to $1,177. That is part of the newly enacted Decree Number 24, which strengthens consumer protection measures. If businesses fail to secure consumer data or transfer it to third parties without permission, they could face fines between $1,177 to $1,569. The decree also introduces stricter penalties for violations in online transactions, with the highest fines reaching up to $7,849 for platforms that fail to verify the identity of sellers or service providers. Now, before we move on, let's have a look at the exchange rate between the Vietnam dong and some world currencies in today's market. Coming up next on VTV News, Mekong Delta combats saltwater intrusion. And later on, fishermen eagerly set sail for offshore fishing voyages. Welcome back to VTV News Live. Now on to other important updates. Another earthquake hit Nam Chami district in Quang Nam province on Tuesday morning, measuring 3.4 on the Richter scale. Residents reported noticeable shaking, though no damage has been recorded so far. In the past week alone, 6 earthquakes have struck the area with magnitudes ranging from 3.0 to 3.5. The Institute of Geophysics states that these quakes are likely induced by reservoir triggers seismic activities. Authorities continue to monitor the situation. In other news, while heavy rain in south-central Vietnam has quickly subsided, the weather system is now moving north, bringing more rainfall to the north-central region and northern provinces. Authorities forecast continued showers through Wednesday morning in the north and areas from Thanh Hóa to Hue. The convergence of strong westerly winds at 5,000 meters is expected to cause localized heavy rainfall exceeding 60 millimeters. The region also faces risks of thunderstorms, hail, and tornadoes. Temperatures will stay low, with northern areas experiencing cold weather Tuesday night, ranging from 12 to 15 degrees Celsius, and dropping as low as 8% degrees Celsius in mountainous areas. While this year's dry season isn't as severe as those in 2016 and 2020, forecasts indicate it will exceed the multi-year average, directly impacting production and daily life in the Mekong Delta. Local authorities have implemented various preventive measures since the season began.
This is Vam Kam Sluice Gate, one of the 4 major gates in Hougang Province, an area heavily affected by saltwater intrusion. The gate has been closed to block salt water and store fresh water, ensuring irrigation for over 2,000 hectares of rice fields.
The current salinity level has exceeded 1.5 parts per thousand ppt. We will close all sluice gates to protect production areas. If it decreases, we will open the gates to allow for transportation.
The agricultural sector is also focusing on managing irrigation systems to regulate water sources, ensuring agricultural production needs are met, especially in sensitive areas within closed irrigation system, to respond promptly to varying risk levels.
We regularly monitor drought and salinity developments to provide timely updates, helping local authorities and farmers respond proactively. We focus on specialized technical solutions and appropriate farming techniques.
Farmers in the Mekong Delta provinces have taken proactive measures by dredged ponds and canals and storing fresh water to cope with the increasingly harsh dry season. Additionally, key irrigation projects have been completed and put into operation to reduce losses from saltwater intrusion.
Despite rough seas, fishermen in central Vietnam are venturing offshore with determination. Though catches haven't met expectations, local fishermen remain optimistic as they swiftly prepare for the next voyages, filled with hope.
After nearly 10 days at sea, this fishing vessel returned with almost 3 tons of seafood, which was immediately purchased by traders. Although the catch fell short of previous year's hauls, the fishermen still consider their first trip of the year successful.
The crew earned enough to cover fuel costs, and each person made around used 200 to 280. We caught about 1 to 2 tons of belt fish and another ton of assorted market fish.
The northeast monsoon and prolonged rough seas following the Lunar New Year hampered early fishing expeditions. Despite this, most vessels are quickly restocking supplies upon returning to shore, eager to head back out with hopes of better catches ahead.
We're doing great. When the weather clears, we'll be ready to set sail again.
The last trip wasn't great, but we're reloading supplies and heading out to sea again.
Fishermen across Vietnam's central coastal provinces, not just in Da Nang, are actively venturing offshore, supplying seafood to both domestic markets and exports.
The world is gradually transitioning from fast fashion to green fashion, and Vietnam is catching up with this trend by increasing the use of natural, eco-friendly materials. This shift not only provides an opportunity for Vietnam's textile industry to enhance its competitiveness and meet market demands, but also helps to make use of agricultural byproducts, which have long been underutilized.
Skirts, algae, slippers, and eye-catching accessories, all crafted from pandan leaves or banana stems. These natural fiber garments are becoming increasingly popular, forming a niche market of green consumers.
Consumers prefer to choose natural products made by the Vietnamese themselves. These products evoke a sense of pride in Vietnamese consumers.
This is one of the first units to produce pandan leaf fiber on an industrial scale. For every 100 kilograms of pandan leaves, nearly 2 kilograms of raw fiber are obtained. Markets in Japan, South Korea, the UK, and the U.S. welcomed fabrics made from pandan leaf fibers.
Our customers are not only concerned with the materials, but also care about the entire production process. They want to know whether the process uses chemicals or harms the environment in any way.
This is the production line for shirts made from natural fibers. 2025 marks a turning point for many major fashion brands, as Vietnamese manufacturers are required to increase the proportion of natural fibers in each product. This presents an opportunity to utilize agricultural byproducts and align with the global green fashion trend.
Raising the proportion of products made from natural materials is a choice for businesses and a demand from the market. By doing so, we can maintain Vietnamese businesses' competitive position.
Banana stems, sugarcane bagasse, pandan leaves, and over 150 million tons of agricultural byproducts are materials for the textile industry and a goldmine for the circular economy.
Coming up next in our world news, Russia proposes rare earth and aluminium deal with the U.S. And later on, France and the U.S. push for ceasefire in Ukraine. Now moving on to our world news, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced on Monday that Russia is ready to cooperate with the U.S. in the production of rare earth metals. He affirmed that Russian companies could supply up to 2 million tons of aluminium annually to the U.S. market if it reopens. His statement came shortly after U.S. President Donald Trump mentioned the possibility of economic development deals with Russia. French President Emmanuel Macron and U.S. President Donald Trump announced after their White House meeting that the conflict in Ukraine could be resolved within weeks. Trump revealed that Ukraine's president will visit the U.S. to sign a mineral agreement. Though Macron did not object to the deal, key differences remain on how to resolve the conflict. The U.S. favors swift, direct talks with Russia, while France supports a more comprehensive approach that includes European and Ukrainian participation. For the first time since the Russia-Ukraine conflict began 3 years ago, the United Nations Security Council, under China's monthly presidency, has adopted a U.S.-drafted peace resolution. Notably, that is also the first time Russia has supported a U.S.-proposed draft on Ukraine at the Council. The resolution expresses condolences for lives lost, emphasizes the UN's role, and calls for a swift end to the war and the establishment of lasting peace. From a small local project to a global sensation, Jetcar Chrome, founded by Egyptian entrepreneur Karim Amin, has transformed water-driving vehicles from a regional innovation into a worldwide export, reaching markets across the United States, India, and Europe.
With a budget of $50,000 USD back in 2019, Karim Amin started his small project to manufacture vehicles that can drive on water. He started with a few vehicles driving on Egypt's north coast. His project has grown into a large factory in Egypt's Giza, where he manufactures the vehicles on demand, specifically curated to his client's personal taste.
All our products are handmade, and our raw materials are also local. There's almost nothing that we do not make here in our factory.
He has manufactured over 950 cars, most of which are sold abroad. The total value of his project now is $5 million USD. He exports his vehicles to the United States, the Gulf, India, and many European countries, with most of his sales in the United States amounting to nearly 150 cars.
We export to 70 countries, the largest of which is America, Canada, and countries in Europe like Spain, France, Greece, and Cyprus. Basically all the seafront countries. We also have cars in all the islands worldwide.
One vehicle now costs between $20,000 to $40,000 USD, depending on its specifications. The manufacturing of one vehicle takes approximately 20 days to finish.
And now, before we say goodbye, let's have a look at the weather forecast for Vietnam as well as other locations in the world. And that is all that we have for this hour on VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can visit our website or our YouTube channel at youtube.com/VTV4go or download our mobile app VTVgo for more. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.